Hello, everyone. I'm Reginald Bullock, and this is Just Living Life with.
Trey Wilder here. I thought you was going to introduce me. I thought you left me out, Reggie. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Well,
work. On the camera. No, it's
take
cool.
two.
Yeah,
Take two. That way you can decide. Trust me, I do enough film. I'll be like, take 37. Yeah.
It's a lot of takes that you low-key have to do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reginald Bullock with Trey Wilder, and this is Just Living Life. Welcome back to an awesome show. We definitely have a controversial subject, Trey, don't we?
Just a little bit. But it's a good one, though. And I think a lot of times I've thought about it a lot, right? Mm-hmm. You clearly have thought about it a lot. That's why we're here talking about it now. But should we say it now or give a little more hem and haw? I like to say the topic now myself.
Jump into it.
All right. They're calling you to tell you.
I can't do this now.
They're trying to call us to tell us we can't do it no more.
So this is a call-in podcast, except we haven't said please call in and ask us questions. Someone jumped the gun. Sorry about that.
But so what we're here to talk about is the word nigga, right?
Wait. But, nigga.
Well,
nigger.
Well, I was gonna say there's a verse too with that because you got nigger. There's actually another one as well too, nigglet. No, some people like to say that just for the funsies, right? But nigga and nigger are the two words that we've actually we want to talk about today.
So y'all heard them, and y'all heard what the subject is.
Yeah.
The subject is nigger.
Yeah.
Or nigga. Or nigglet.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about it. So it's a controversial subject for a lot of people. I actually wrote some notes down. For those of y'all know in my other life, I'm a writer and educator and all that other stuff. And so it says the word nigger with the ER is a key term in American culture. It is profoundly hurtful, racial slur meant to stigmatize African Americans. And then I also highlighted something else where it says it's probably, one of the most profound and powerful words in the English language that is ugly and beautiful. So that's something that people don't think about. The word nigger is ugly, hurtful, hateful, but amongst people who have a relationship, particularly people of color, black people, Negroes, who have a relationship like you and I, right? Then it can be a beautiful word.
Yep.
Almost like, yo, what's up, my nigga?
Yeah, what's good, my nigga? It's very endearing nowadays. And it also kind of makes me think, damn, can we actually change? Because we tried to change the word. No, I'm saying like people, can we actually change? I know I told you before, I don't think we change. I think we adapt. And the word nigga has kind of changed for black folks. Like when we say it, right, it's evolved. Like it's no longer as derogatory. It's still derogatory in the day, but like it's not as derogatory because, like you said, hey, what's good, my nigga? Like, yeah. That works for us. So, but I also be thinking, dang, well, it's still a level of derogatory because white folks can't say it, and depending on who you talk to,
not just white.
And depending on who you talk to. A lot of other people can't talk about it. It's just black people that are allowed to say it by some people's words. But some people say, okay, well, if you're a minority, we'll let you pass. So that makes me think, is the word truly okay to say nowadays? Like should it be? I know we say it, right? I know it's said. Is it really good to say, though, ultimately?
I'm not going to say it's good to say, but I'll say that it's used.
Right.
And it's acceptable in our culture for those who have relationships, right? So for instance, I would assume that a lot of high-level African-American executives, because I'm an executive leadership coach, let's just use President Barack Obama, for example. Do you think Barack Obama has ever, and still does, use the word nigger?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's been on the basketball court. I know he's...
Exactly. And a few other words, right? But it's done in the proper context.
Right.
Amongst his boys, my namesake, Reginald, his brother-in-law. And they going at it.
Right.
It's going to come out.
But he's not on the podium.
He's not on the podium. He's not in public. He's not out there with the paparazzis catching them and then using that for their own purposes. Barack Obama said nigger. All right. So?
Yeah, that is. But so if he says it, though, it is going to cause some controversy.
It's going to cause a lot of controversy.
But it's because of also his role, like the president saying it. Oh, that's kind of new. That's different. Like, why did he say it? I need the context behind it. If or I say it, it's just two ends saying it.
But it also depends on the listener, right? For instance, if Barack Obama said nigger, and for example, Al Sharpton heard it, right? Right. Al Sharpton can use it however he wants to. Right. But Al Sharpton said nigga.
Yeah.
Now, what if Jay-Z heard it? Is Jay-Z going to get upset?
Nah. He probably going to throw a mime before it. Like, my nigga, like he going to get excited. It sounds weird to say that, too. Like, you're going to get excited because you see somebody.
It's a beautiful word, and it's a hurtful word at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge with, you the audience. Mm-hmm. And, for instance, Eminem.
That's a tough one because you can't.
Eminem is a white boy.
Yeah.
But he's also a nigga.
Okay. You get invited to the cookouts. You do get invited.
And so now, can he say the word and get away with it?
No, it's the get away with it piece. You can say the word. He said the word. It's been recorded, I think.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he said the word.
And it's controversial
because culturally, he's been raised in the similar environment like I was raised.
Right.
In the hood.
Yeah.
In the ghetto.
Yeah.
Where all of us are niggas.
Yeah.
And the cops are calling us that too.
Yeah.
So the cops and people of the establishment at the time were all treating him like they treated all niggas.
Yeah.
So he probably felt like, all right, if I'm going to be treated as one, and I am one, then I can use the word.
Yeah. And I want to say this too, because at first I thought you were going to say a wigger, right? And I want to make sure that there's a clarification. For me, at least, wigger means like the person who's trying too hard to be quote unquote black. Like if you genuinely are like that, like wiggers are corny white people who are trying to be black. Eminem's not corny to me. Like that's genuinely who he is. So got it. I just wanted to make sure that was.
And I guarantee you, when he's in the studio with his boys and Dre, there's no distinction in color.
Yeah,
because they all who they really are, who they present themselves.
If you listen to them, I could not tell. Oh, this. I wouldn't say. Oh, this sounds like a white boy.
Right.
It's stereotypical to say that. I wouldn't say that though. So you're right, but he can't say it.
So what about the origin of this word? Like, you get ready to look it up?
So I did have a source. I don't like Wikipedia as my source though. That's the thing.
But I will say that there were 15 million slaves, roughly. And all of the slaves back then were called derogatory names.
Yeah. But like what? Like I'm really trying to figure out how did someone come up with the phrase nigger? And then we said that's going to be bad. Like what? Like I'm wondering what made it such a racial slur to begin with. Because I know
it's a distinction. Negro is the Latin word or Spanish word for black.
Right.
And of course, the Spanish slave trade was the worst. Half those types of torture things that they have came from Spain. So Spain was it. As a matter of fact, the black Spaniards, I don't know the name of the group, or the original who wore the white sheets and the white, things that the Ku Klux Klan wear. But the Ku Klux Klan stole that idea from black Spaniards, from Negros. So the origin of nigger had to have come from Negro or Negro that translated into Negro, and then somehow nigger came out of that. Similar to boy, right? How does boy become a derogatory word?
But it feels bad though.
I mean, like
boy is such a white
boy, come do this. Boy, pick this up.
Yeah.
Boy, if you don't,
Yeah.
That's a hurtful word.
It is.
But it's a beautiful word.
It is, because we also say "my boy," like that's
my
a
boy.
my dog, like all that.
And so you have boy that can be used as it was used as a derogatory term. Cowboy.
That was derogatory.
Cowboy. Cowboy is another word for nigger. Think about it. You had, house boy, shoe boy, boy do this, boy do that. Those aristocratic white folks didn't take care of their own animals. The boys did it. The cowboys did it.
Yeah.
The horse boys did it.
Yeah.
The house boys did it.
But cowboy is such a
Now it's
it's such a real.
Now,
that's wild.
Now,
that is so.
But where do you think that word came from?
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day, them grown men didn't want to be called boy.
Yeah.
So it's ironic how in Western culture they all wear cowboy as a term of endearment.
Yeah.
But everybody out there calling themselves a cowboy
so crazy.
need to truly understand their origin of boy so that they at least embrace the whole word.
Yeah.
Like,
have to though.
Like nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Nigger.
Yeah.
All of us know the origin of that word and the derogatoriness of it. And so when we use it, we understand the context, the delineation, and how, when and when not to, or amongst who, and what company, all of that, right? But cowboy, everybody just freely uses that term because of ignorance.
Yeah, that's crazy. So then what? I wonder if there's a proper term to that. Because here's the thing, too.
A proper term to what?
Like, changing from cowboy. Like, what could we say in terms instead of cowboy? I'm curious now, because I haven't even thought about this. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, honestly. And I apologize on my ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. That's wild. Like,
You could be a cow handler.
Okay.
Right?
That's too long. That's too long. And it's not as cool. It's not as cool to say. I'm sorry. Nah.
So, yeah, but think about it. You'd be a cow handler. Mm-hmm. You can be a wrangler, cow wrangler, right? You can be a cow butcher. Yeah,
Wrangler might
kind of
be
like Cat Williams talking about ox tails. We don't have no oxes. Well, they're cows or bulls, right? And so the point is ignorance.
Yep.
And so even with the word nigger, which in some definitions it says an ignorant person.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's an ignorant black person.
And so therefore, if a black person is not ignorant and you calling him nigger,
Very offensive.
it's very offensive. And it's intentional.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing about the word. So
It's the
cowboy is no intention
Yeah.
of hurting a person or treating them in a derogatory manner or belittling them or calling them something less than they are or intentionally trying to hurt them by saying, you a cowboy. So that's the other thing, right? The intention behind the word. So the word nigger, there's intention behind that. I remember when I got arrested at age 14 or 15, just standing on the bus stop, waiting to go to work. It's in my book. And all of a sudden, cops looked at me and they're like, nigga, get in the car. I'm like, what? And so to that extent, a lot of white people back then, your name was nigger.
Yeah.
Every person of color's name was nigger.
Yeah.
Or Chinese, they call them other names, right? They call them chink or yellow or, so these words are intentionally derogatory and meant to hurt the person that they're saying it to. It's almost like weaponizing a word.
Yeah.
And so what we have done in the African American community,
Tried to change it.
because that you're never going to get rid of the word nigger. I don't care who you are and what politics you come from or religion or whatever. And your intentions is we need to not say this word anymore. Let's get rid of the word nigger. We shouldn't say this. Right?
It's always going to be here.
Never going to happen. No more than you ever going to stop a person from being a mass murderer, a killer, or a terrorist. It's their choice.
Yep.
And they choose to do that. You can't make a choice for another human being to not use that word.
Yep. But the intent piece, though, that you said, very key. There's a show called Mr. Iglesias. Shout out to, I want to make sure I get the name right. Daggone it, I forgot his first name, but his name is Iglesias, though, right? He's a comedian. And the topic was Negrito.
Is that the Latino word for
Yeah,
nigger?
yeah. Like it's like it means little black boy, right?
Ooh.
But here's the thing though.
Sometimes I intentionally, when I'm dealing with your age group and y'all getting on my nerve, you heard me say it. I'm like, look, little boy. In other words, I'm pulling deference on you.
Yeah.
Because the next step is I'm going
But see, the intent though, you got to focus on the intent because it was between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. The girlfriend was Spanish. She said it to the black man. So it's an endearing term though. But like in the show, the teacher,
black man was her boyfriend?
Yeah, it was a boyfriend.
Okay.
Well, technically, he was at first he was being bullied by her, and then he got transitioned to it was a whole thing. But point is,
Did he smile when she said that?
he liked it eventually.
Okay.
He was cool with it. And
Because that's the meaning, right?
It is.
Because it's an intent.
Yeah.
Because communication, there are 4 elements, right?
Very key.
Message, sender, receiver, feedback.
Yep.
So if if the sender has an intent with little boy or negrito and sends the message negrito to the receiver,
Yep.
what's the feedback of the receiver?
Yep,
Is he
you're
smiling?
right.
Is he mad? Is he confused?
Yep.
Is he angry?
Yep.
Is he ready to pounce?
Does he accept it or not?
Right.
End of the day. And it's like he did, but the principal in the show, because it's based on school, and the principal in the show was black, right? Shout out Sherry, you know what I'm saying? You good people, I always like you since Jamie Foxx show, right? But she was really pissed off about it, and she was getting ready to suspend let's say suspend this girl. But then old boy comes up and is like, yo, why are y'all doing this? Like, I like being called negrito. It's their thing.
You just came up with, you just presented another issue here. A lot of young students, middle school, high school, heck, elementary school, college, use the term nigger. Should they get suspended for using the term nigger? Like in high school, if one of my boys walked up to me, yo, what's up, my nigga?
Yeah.
And the principal hears that.
It's tough.
Should the principal suspend that person?
It's tough because I get both sides, right? Using the sports show, get a bucket, right? I had
Shout out to his podcast, Sports Show, Get a Bucket, basketball. All right, go ahead.
Right. but I have yet to say nigga officially on the show. Like,
why?
Because I feel like if somebody sees it, that could hurt my chances of potentially getting marketed. So that's something that I have to think about.
You have to be conscious of that. You have to be mindful. Anybody in the business of business, and you're in the public eye,
right?
Your revenue often comes from other people, other sources.
Yeah.
If you offend the sources of your revenue, you're not going to get revenue.
Yeah.
So that's a conscious choice of when, how, to say what. Because if you shut off your revenue source, then you have no more revenue.
Right.
So, yeah, people do know. It's kind of like when I use the term with people who are crazy, right? They just want to do stuff. All of these, young gangster wannabes, right? And they swole this and that. I'm like, you ain't that stupid. If I had a pit bull right here, gnashing teeth, and just want to bite you, you gonna pet him? No. You're gonna get your hand bit off. It means you're not stupid.
Yeah.
You know the difference between right and wrong. You know what to do, when not to do, selectively. And so therefore, you don't pet that. So same thing with the word. You could have some people that be amongst their friends and in the hood and everywhere else, they use that word every sentence.
Yep.
And then you take them on Capitol Hill with me, where there's a police officer every 20 feet. And so, at that point, they check themselves because they ain't stupid.
Yep.
But it is a powerful word. It's a beautiful word. It's an ugly word. And it is a controversial word.
Yep.
That in the Caucasian community, they're probably wrestling with how is it that he can say it and I can't say it. It's in the English dictionary. I should be able to say it.
Hell, my peoples came up with the word. Like, that's what they probably thinking.
Right.
Like,
Maybe. I ain't going to assume what they probably thinking. But the point is, they are governing themselves because if they use the word, so many things can happen to them. So many things did, right? Look, I'm from the streets. I've seen stuff happen where one person said the word and got jacked instantly. And that was a lesson learned that they might not have had to learn had they been thinking.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm curious because I'm not Caucasian. Mm-hmm. So I don't have the same experiences.
Right.
Culturally. And therefore, when the word is in my head, there's no issue.
It's like breathing out at this point.
And I'm wondering, how might they feel on a daily basis? And then when they hear the word, right, some may think it's super offensive because they understand the plight of African Americans. They understand slavery. They understand, the differences in cultures and privilege, right?
Right.
And they don't like it no more than we like it. So to that end, in their mind, they may be trying to figure out how to get rid of that word too, since they can't use it.
I get that.
But then you got other people who love the word in the Caucasian community because it's a weapon. Right. It's a tool that can hurt other people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how they are and who they are. They don't mind hurting other people.
Yeah.
And so whatever tools they got, I'm going to use this word, especially if they're in an environment where they can get away with it.
Yep. Words are very powerful. And like you said, that's a powerful word. So why would I want to get rid of that at my disposal if I could? Like if I have the chance to hold on to it and I know it's going to hurt you and I'm that type of person, I want to use it. And that's why I don't think it's ever going to go away. It has hatred. It has beauty. And both, the world relies on both. So I don't expect the word to ever go away. And that's why I kind of wrestle with it.
I don't think it's going to go away.
I genuinely wrestle with it.
And here's another insertion. Mm-hmm. White people amongst themselves. We just talked about using the word amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. But what about the Caucasian community using that word when they're the only ones around and we don't hear them? Mm-hmm. Is that a thing?
I definitely think it's a thing. At Thanksgiving, too, specifically.
What do you mean?
Like they at the Thanksgiving dinner table. They at the Thanksgiving dinner table.
Talking about what they giving thanks for?
Nah, saying it is occasionally. I promise you they'll see it. White folk.
Give me a context, because I don't know.
Okay. Maybe saying some jokes around the Thanksgiving table. What do you call? Oh, I wish it was that movie. Guess who's coming home to dinner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that.
City 48?
No, the one with Bernie, the one with Bernie back.
Oh yeah, a new and improved version.
Just a little bit, but it was a little remake. I don't want to say new and improved, but it was a remake. So. Okay. But yeah, it would be situations like that where they're making jokes and you're saying nigger around the dinner table. I genuinely do believe that exists. I'm not saying every white family does that. I genuinely do believe that exists because you still have.
And is it okay?
No, it's not okay.
Wait.
Why
isn't it okay?
I don't think it's morally okay, but as long as I can't hear it.
That's a double standard, though.
Life.
Because amongst the black community,
it is.
At Thanksgiving,
you can say it.
There's not just that word, but there's a lot of stuff said about other cultures and communities.
I think there's a couple of double standards across the board. Take, for example, the word bitch.
Yeah.
If we say bitch to any woman, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Most times, it should be at least. I get it. But let them say it to themselves. Oh, bitch. That's it. So it is a double standard.
It is.
And I don't like being a hypocrite. I really don't.
It's reality.
It's unfortunately that's reality.
Because I'm thinking in the hood, in the community, some of the ladies, and and I'm around them. That's just their language.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean.
It is.
You're not Shaniqua and Sally and I ain't gonna say. I was gonna say a few other words, but the point is, they just call each other bitch.
Right. But if you say,
and they say it in term of endearment.
Exactly. It's the intent.
It's the intent.
That's the piece. That's the piece.
But if I say it, now I will say this. Some of my friends who are gay, right, and queens and trans and queer, they have a lot of feminine qualities about themselves. Let's just say that, right? So when they are amongst women,
it gets away with it
because that's their culture, that's their community, they're part of it. And I've seen where some of my gay friends, male gay friends, right, call a woman bitch, and she call him bitch.
Yep.
and they just two bitches talking. Literally, right?
Or it could be
But I can't say it.
Well, there are scenarios too, and honestly, it just depends on the person, the relationship, the intent. If you call a woman a bitch and she calls you a bitch back, maybe that's y'all dynamic. Y'all arguing like
but
that. I can't get like that. I ain't trying to do that because that also makes me think she don't respect me.
I think that's a relationship bound to eventually.
Just a little bit. Actually,
because you get too familiar.
Yeah, and
as a man saying that about your woman, eventually you might start looking at your woman as that.
Yeah, there's a Kendrick Lamar song where it's that bit, and I'm like, it's hilarious to listen to, but I just don't want to live that because again, it's the intent. It's the intent end of the day.
I honor and respect women in a way that if I say that, my intention is not humor or respectful.
Yeah,
I'm mad. I'm pissed, and it ain't just at a woman. If I use that word at anybody, but again, my intention is totally different. Yep. So therefore, I don't use it at all.
Yep.
Unless, I probably do. In the right.
It slips out.
Yeah.
It do slip out. But again, it goes back. It's to the intent. It's the right community. And again, I trying to bring it back to nigger, nigglet, right?
Yeah. What about nigglet?
That's the intent, and it's pure humor. Because like even on there was a show called All of Us, and like he said it one time, and I was like, he's like, I don't care if it's lit, like, and everybody started laughing. It's just nigglet is like little nigga, like that's just how I look at it, like
little nigger,
little nigga, not her. It's a little nigga,
like young boy.
Yeah, like that little thing, like someone younger than you.
Got it.
Yeah, so like, I would be like a nigglet to you if I'm like it's all intent. But again, though, you got to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you are educating yourself with this information, right? Because they could be offensive, as we've stated, whether it's bitch, whether it's nigga, it doesn't matter. Again, I don't want to say this on my own platform, but if I'm out and about in the regular day, I might have said it. So you got to
just said it on your platform.
Well, to educate.
And that's something we need to, just put a pen in it. Hopefully, y'all know how we are and who we are.
Right.
But we are using this opportunity, this platform to educate, inform, persuade, and help you understand and answer some questions.
Yep.
Because what we're talking about is a question that a lot of people might have, and they don't have no place to go to get those answers other than Wikipedia.
Exactly.
Or now AI.
Exactly.
ChatGPT will tell you everything you want to know about a nigga.
Yeah. No,
Gotcha. I got it.
Background information. But ladies and gentlemen, as we've said, this has been educational. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode thus far. And, we just live in life. And I don't want you to think of us as two niggas. I don't want you to think of us as two individuals that are living life.
There are some people watching this
that are thinking that. And I don't want y'all to think that.
But culturally speaking, like, the projects I grew up in, they would think like that in a non-derogatory way.
That's fair.
They'd be like, yo, man, come check out what these two niggas are talking about.
And that's cool. That's cool. And that's completely fine.
And there is nothing bad about that. Yeah. From my perspective, because, I'm that way too at times.
And I get it.
Right?
I get it.
Yeah.
But I guess I was speaking more so in general. I just want people to look at us as us. Not, these are two niggas or two niggers or two...
Got it.
Yeah.
And put us in that box.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
In other words, we just live in life.
Exactly.
And that's part of life.
Yep. That's one little small aspect of it. So,
and that's kind of how our whole podcast got started. Just living life.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because we're talking about the reality of
us living life.
Just living life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Reggie, long story short, I think we've been talking about this a lot, right? Nigger, like their words, powerful.
And nigglet.
Shout out to the nigglets, right? Like,
damn.
I didn't see that. It just happened. But it's the intent, though, because even when I said that,
true.
it's all just fun and
True.
games, right? I didn't try to say that to be derogatory, but it's also we were educated in those words, so you could say it with a positive intent too. So end of day, ladies and gentlemen.
So charging to the head and not the heart.
Exactly.
That your intention was always noble, good, humorous.
But if someone was offended, I genuinely do apologize.
So do I. If
So-
anybody was offended by anything that we said, using the word nigger, nigglet, bitch, if anybody was offended by any of those words, charge it to the head, not the heart. It was not our intention, because we talked about intention. And I'll even apologize if anybody was offended, right? We didn't mean for any of that to happen. This was educational.
Exactly. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I think next time we might have to even try to bring someone on, see what their thoughts were. Maybe I think that'd be a good segment. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, me, I'm Trey, and this is Reggie, and you're watching your favorite show, Just Living Life. So with that, we hope you all are having a good one and stay educated.